So welcome everyone. Welcome. Today is June 13th, 2023, and we're here for a weekly coherence meditation. And the topic for today is the healing duality within ourselves and the world around us. And Seth, take it away, sir. It's all yours.
How does my volume sound?
Perfect.
Okay, perfect. Great. So tonight, we were going to stay doing the different body systems and all of that, which we will continue to do next week. But we wanted to focus a little bit more on what you could say is a pressing itch, oops, of the admin thing. So anyway, in this day and age, everything looks so much more polarized than it ever did before. And when you begin to heal the part of your consciousness that's perceiving the world, and I'm just throwing this out there, I'm not saying it's a fact, but what would your world be like if you took full responsibility for how you perceive reality? And I say that because there's been enough scientific data and enough personal experiences to kind of demonstrate, like, who's really perceiving this world, right? Like, who am I? How am I perceiving it? All these different possibilities start to come into the forefront of awareness. And the reason I say, what if, people are like, oh, there's terrible things happening in the world, and that's not me or anything. But how do we know, right? Like, if we're being totally honest, what if we as individuals are having this entire experience on our own? We don't really know. But what we do know is that when someone changes their state of being and intentionally allows their consciousness to both expand and focus inward, and we've seen the effect that it has in the world. And I am so grateful and I'm so lucky to say that I've tested this out countless times in countless different scenarios. And I'm convinced, but I want everybody to have their own experience of it. So duality. What is duality? Simply, it's just like you're perceiving different polarities that are usually not totally balanced. And so when you get balanced, when you get into a place of, you're not just stuck in your prefrontal cortex, just going through everything that reminds you of who you think you are, and you're relaxing and you're getting into a state where, you can heal your own perception of duality. And when you do that, sure, things are going to be happening that you don't like, but you're going to have a lot more empathy and care for it. So with that said, I just want to let everybody know that. Let's get comfortable wherever you're seated or laying down.
Hey, Seth.
Yeah.
Sorry to butt in.
Whatever.
I was going to ask you this prior to going live, but are we going to drop off at the end again? Or are we should we kind of switch things up, maybe do a little Q&A in the beginning, or maybe hold it off to the beginning of the next week?
Actually, it'd be great actually to do it now if you want, because then we can take whatever information comes through and kind of bring us into a meditation rather than doing a Q&A at the end or dropping off. So
right. And I know it's last week, in case anybody didn't see last week, then we had Laura Eisenhower and Andrew Bartzis, the galactic historian. So we don't necessarily have a lot of, I guess, Q&A maybe, unless anybody would like to raise their hand and just chime in. Go ahead and unmute yourself. Otherwise, if we don't, I guess we can continue. We can always say the Q&A at the beginning of next week then.
Yeah, we can, we'll do it at the end. Why not? This isn't, last week was, hold on, somebody asked a question here. Okay, yes, Bobby, thank you. Beautiful. So yeah, let's just go with the flow, right? And if we get to the end and people want to ask more questions, let's do it. All right. So wherever you're seated, just get yourself as comfortable as you can. Whether you're sitting on a chair or laying down on a bed, let whatever you're seated on or laying down, let it support you for the next 30 to 45 minutes. Allow the floor or wherever it is you are, just let all of your tension just release and let your seat or your bed hold you. And as you get settled in, start to breathe rhythmically, even for 3 or 4 seconds on the inhale, and then 3 to 4 seconds on the exhale, whatever's more comfortable for you. And as you get yourself relaxed and breathing in rhythm, put a little smile on your face and allow yourself to feel that smile in and around your entire body. Let that smile be a reminder that whatever this energy is that is inside of everyone, let yourself smile because you know that deep down somewhere it is a true miracle that any of us are here. And doing these meditations and practices, they get somebody relaxed enough to begin working on all of these subconscious programs or fears or anything that you could say is holding you back. When you let yourself perceive reality in a unified state, that miracle that we all truly are begins to reveal itself to your mind, to the mind that is your waking consciousness. And keep breathing while you keep relaxing deeper. And you don't have to smile anymore for right now because I want everybody to completely relax the muscles in your face, your entire face. And let that relax, rhythmic breathing with you, with your consciousness, recognizing that the energy that is allowing all of us to exist is performing miracles in your body right now. And as you begin to get more conscious of consciousness itself, the more you literally have access to parts of your being that are beyond profound. There isn't even any words with the English language that can truly allow you to know what it is. This is beyond all race, color, creed, religion, politics. This is the energy that allows us all to perceive that. So the more we relax, the more we start to attune our consciousness with the heart beating And for a moment, I want everybody to just gently take your awareness in the middle of your chest, between your chest and your back. Allow yourself to be conscious of that. If you can feel your heart beating, that's amazing. Or you can just take your awareness and keep it focused in the middle of your chest. So let yourself in this completely relaxed state. Now that you're in your heart and you're feeling it and you're relaxing into it, bring your awareness to the middle of your head, like literally in the middle of your brain. And if you can feel your pulse there, that's amazing. If you're not able to, just keep your attention focused there. These little things just, take practice sometimes. Being able to feel your pulse is something that you have to really just relax and allow it to happen when it's going to, but you keep your attention on it until it does. So as you continue to just relax, let yourself be aware of invisible electromagnetic energy coming both from your heart to your brain and from your brain to your heart. And let every part of your body just relax as deeply as you can and allow the heart and brain coherence that's happening in our bodies anyway. Allow that to become unified. Like they're the same thing, they're one in the same. Every single one of us are super conscious beings, and we all have the ability to continue to grow, to make all of these elements of human existence and the pulse and the potentials. We have the ability to become so in harmony with that energy. It allows us to heal the parts of our perception that you could say is perceiving the world as us against them, victim mentality, victim savior mentality, even right down to the colors and emotions we feel, red, you know, blue, like all these different contrasting colors, black and white, right or wrong. These are all concepts that all of us have learned. And we're not focusing on that. We are going to focus on this internal state of coherence. It starts with the heart and the mind, and then it expands into the GI tract. And from there, all of the other bodily systems in your being start to get coherent when the three super organs, we can call it, or three super bodily systems start to get in harmony to the degree that you just relax even deeper into that. and you let the supernatural intelligence that is in everybody and everything, you begin to trust it more and more, realizing that you have the ability to trust it so deeply that this miracle makes itself known in your body, around your body. If you're able to feel your entire pulse through every part of your body at once, or in your energy field, with every beat of your heart, you're sending and receiving signals. And these signals, when sent and received, allow all of us to come into a situation where we begin feeling the coherence, the natural coherence of space all around us. It's the kind of coherence that overrides all forms of identification with the self or others. It breaks down the boundaries that keep us in a state of balance. If you feel like there's an extreme polarity in your body, you know that you can trust God within to let that energy take care of you. Go back to feeling your pulse in your heart and around your whole body. And if you can't do it, don't even worry. This isn't anything that you really think about. The brain, you could say, when incoherent, it functions in a way that allows you, me, us, everyone to think rationally, to think with logic. And the heart is our intuition. It allows us to feel what is happening. No matter where we go in our lives, we have the ability to feel our heart and our brain working together, and our gut, in the middle of our gut, that's where instinct comes from. And when you allow these systems of your body to really start to work together, you begin to find that in the galaxy that we're in, there are massive energies happening. It seems like it's all so big and so far away, but it's really not. We can literally attune our awareness of self with the galaxy that we're in. And we have the ability to let our awareness spread as far out or expand as far out as we let it. Just as the universe is in a state of expansion, the energies of our own consciousness, when we're not in a state of stress, expand along with the expanding universe. And when you, as the person you believe yourself to be, when you take time out to create this kind of internal awareness that unifies you with the source of energy that is working miracles through your body all the time, whether you're conscious of it or not. It allows you to just relax so deeply that your consciousness expands as far as you want to let it. And as it expands, with another heartbeat, all that energy has the potential to come right back to you. And that's a main focus of all that we're doing here. It's to truly encourage and allow your consciousness to be supported by the physical and non-physical energies that everybody and everything is. Now, in that way of expansion, see if you can keep your awareness as expanded as you can, while at the same time allowing your perception to focus on one point in your body, to focus in the middle of your chest. So now your consciousness is expanding, and at the same time, it's focused inward. And if you keep allowing yourself to do that, let your awareness expand while at the same time you're focusing inward on any point. If you feel pain or resistance or anything in your body, you can focus on that point or that area of your body while you're expanding right in harmony with the universe, and at the same time focusing your attention on the subatomic particles and the invisible frequencies of energy that are in us all. Feel, think, and allow yourself to realize how much potential, how much power we have the ability to create within us. But this is energy that can't be manipulated. It can't be used in any kind of way. It only works when you're in harmony with it. And as we continue to evolve through our personal and collective lives, we get to really understand and feel the mechanics of action that is in harmony with infinity. And think about how that energy is so profound, and that we can only enter into it from a place of complete coherence. Think about how powerful that energy has the potential to be, whether you are having that deep of an experience or not. Just set a reminder that you and me and everyone, we have the ability to completely override all the systems on this planet that are not in harmony with each other or ourselves. All the things that people point to in the world, yeah, we are allowing it to happen. We're a part of it. Everyone's a part of it, whether they want to admit that or not. So what happens if we choose to literally harmonize our potentials in a way that is just realizing how profound life is and feeling it. Anything that's happening in this world, no matter how divisive it can be, none of it is nearly as powerful as an individual who has created coherence within themselves, in their heart and brain and gut, and all the systems of the body are so in coherence with the pulse of your heart that you begin to feel this energy that is, it overrides everything in you that you doubt, all feelings of limited self-worth or lack or victim consciousness, savior consciousness. Each of these ideas have been firmly root bound in every one of us. And all we're doing is choosing to allow ourselves to be aware of something so much greater than the identity that we all think we are. And the more you get into harmony like this, the more this living universe, this living galaxy will consciously begin to connect with you. It will intentionally open up all the channels of your body, all of your bodily systems that will let you step by step be able to have everything so deeply harmonized into your body that all of your cells begin preparing themselves for this great influx of energy that's always been there, but that now you're allowing yourself to be in that field of infinite possibility. And as your body continues to completely let all of its systems become charged with this life force, and as all your systems get upgraded, it's only a matter of time or waiting or whatever you want to call being present without expectation of the future and without the remembrance of the past. That timeless point of living begins to firmly plant itself into your being. And with each beat of the heart, energy is expanding out of you and then contracting back in. We are taking responsibility for how we perceive reality. And often the root of division, of duality, it really resides within us first. Because when we become whole, meaning the person we believe ourselves to be starts getting in full harmony with all of the systems in your body, to the degree that you begin to feel and perceive your electric field. And as you begin to perceive that, you feel the greater cosmic forces also in coherence and supporting you. There really isn't any duality or division. When you address it from the root cause inside of you, you'll stop feeling like this person who's trapped, who's imprisoned. All of the thoughts, behaviors, actions that we have the ability to harmonize ourselves with will allow that feeling in us to expand outward into a world that needs so much love now than ever. And if we heal that root of division, of duality in us, that could be as simple as just allowing the heart, brain, and gut to get into coherence together. That is where your universal or divine self is birthed. You become so conscious of your being that you begin to feel these greater cosmic forces supporting you. And you keep yourself relaxed. You don't focus on who you think you are and why it feels like you're out of touch with your soul. Because you're doing the inner gardening of making your entire physical being a healthy place where plants and flowers can bloom to a degree that is somewhat incomprehensible. You can't articulate it, but you can feel it. And the more you make getting in tune with the consciousness that we all are, and you begin to embody more and more of your own connection to it, by practicing becoming harmonized with this energy, the soul that animates your being, with that comes a level of mastery or a level of being whole that when you go out in the world, no matter what is happening, you're having an effect on all of it. Because the energy of coherence is so much greater than the energy of chaos. Yes, most people think that, both polarities exist, and they do to a degree. But the universe is in a state of expansion. And when we're feeling it, trusting it, all of the energy in the world cannot take that from us. And as you affect reality, the greater energy that exists is coherence. And you begin to get coherence and chaos that is inside of you. The more you get that into a place of neutrality, the more your body and your being and your awareness begins to glow. It is such a powerful force. And when we consciously connect to it, and we do it regularly, It literally energizes your entire being. And you start being able to feel different areas of your being that are asking for your attention. You begin to feel how there are other celestial bodies that correspond to every single point in and around our body. How can any disease, power, destruction, chaos, how can any of that exist in a body that is embracing itself and allows itself to be embraced by the great cosmic energies that we all are and that everything is? Put a little smile back on your face. Keep your breathing regular, even. And again, try to feel that energy of your smile. Allow yourself to be conscious of all of the electrochemical features that are in play, that are working, allowing you to feel in love with the miracle that allows all of us to be. Doesn't matter what somebody believes or thinks or subscribes to or imagines, it is the pulse of reality that was there before we were born, and it's been there the entire time. And all we're doing is choosing to relax into that point of reality that is incomprehensibly so powerful, to the degree that you do start comprehending it. You start to feel these little shivers in your spine, or like a tickly feeling that you love. It is bliss to a degree that is, and just let yourself, even if you don't feel that now, but you feel that you would love to feel that and be conscious of it, just allow yourself to completely let go and trust the process of life. And before you know it, you're gonna become conscious in ways that so far override all of the collective suffering of our species and the suffering of all the other animals, plants, everything in nature starts to connect with us because we've always been in tune with it. We're just intentionally overcoming limitations that maybe we've held on to for too long. Keep that smile going while you're breathing. Imagine what that smile would feel like if the power of the universe was in it, the multiverse, whatever. We have that ability. The divine energy, you could call it, is closer to us than our own heartbeat is. We are completely composed of this divine, miraculous, orgasmic energy that creates everybody and everything. That smile is you sending those beginner signals to just permeate your entire being. And the energy that that smile initiates gets more and more powerful every time you let yourself be aware of it. Relax a little bit deeper. Just let yourself sink into it. You feel totally supported. You're in complete harmony with your being. And you're beginning to become conscious of this coherence, of this energy that allows every single heart to beat in living beings around this entire planet that we're on, or however we perceive it. And just ask yourself gently, with the assumption that everything is the same life force, but it has just different expressions of it. And those expressions come out as you, what you think and believe. If that unified energy is everything that we are, and it's everything that everybody else is, then it just clearly begins to make sense that everybody and everything is completely connected. And if you ask yourself, what am I doing that will allow me greater awareness of this? And over time, over moments of this internal question of needing to know, but trusting that at the same time, this divine energy that is closer to us than our heartbeat. If everybody is this, then how can there be any duality? I mean, really, the more in tune we get with this, we begin to experience how duality and division are really just a projection of our own awareness. And when we begin to feel that, and we take responsibility for how we perceive everything, then that balance begins to come out in your conscious mind. And when you look around at the world and all of these people and all of the living beings, you are in a state of harmony that has always been there for us. But that comes in cycles. And now it's coming into a cycle where enough of us who choose to get together and create these greater expansion and contractions of our own awareness, the more everybody we meet is going to feel that energy. Coherence is such a greater frequency than chaos. And when you're in this kind of harmony, you will see that others, their own energy fields start to become charged because you're operating at a much greater capacity than they are. And that's only because you're choosing to be aware of this much more greatly than we've ever been taught by anybody and anything in our lives. Right now, or in the moments that make up now, we're choosing to just be so in love with the love of life itself, with the heart beating, with the brain just creating such equilibrium, and how all these systems of the body create a much greater field that is alive and well. If you have a situation in your life where you're experiencing these greater poles of the vision, no matter how they're taking form, let yourself trust that whatever it is that you're experiencing is a part of you that wants to be in balance with you. Keep breathing rhythmically in love and so grateful for your body and your conscious connection to the energy that everybody and everything is. Think about whatever situation is happening in your life and let that feeling and connection of infinity become aware of it. And if you can envision the energy that is being divisive in your life, no matter what it is, see if you can let yourself feel this energy and envision and imagine and let yourself be aware of how these inner feelings of coherence that are supported by these greater outer forces of coherence, how can that energy serve the situation that you're in? How can it fix it or make it healthy or complete its own cycles that are infinitely big and infinitesimally small? Whatever that situation is, the more you take responsibility for how you perceive the world, the more this energy is going to make itself present in your life. It already is doing that. But because we're choosing to be more conscious of it, it brings into balance all that holds us back. And the world or your experiences or whatever there is are just waiting. They've been waiting for you to become so present with it that healing is the only outcome. If you were imagining or feeling this energy and however it is affecting you in your life and any divisiveness or polarity that's happening, as you let yourself be aware of this situation with your awareness and feeling of the heartbeat, let that resolve whatever situation that you are focused on. And as you go forward, welcome that energy into whatever it is you're going to experience. We're going to start coming out of this, but just stay where you are. Keep breathing. Try to remember how that smile feels throughout your entire body, whether you're in a meditation practice or not. You're just choosing to feel the energy that it generates, because all of this inner work allows all the systems of your body to become harmonized with each other, and you begin to sense feelings that are so beautiful. And you see how all the situations and circumstances of the world are just this greater force, this greater intelligent force attempting to make itself present through us, thereby empowering the person who once felt helpless. We are so blessed to be here. And yeah, we take it for granted every once in a while, or maybe often. But the more we just let life be exactly what it is, and why our own personal power feels like it can be held back, look at everything as such gratitude. Feel the gratitude for life, for life is the best teacher. The more we pay attention to life, both within and all around, the more it begins to pay attention to us. And bit by bit, all the parts of you that feel powerless or stuck or in negative cycles, or things that you feel like you've moved beyond, find it within yourself to trust all of this. Trust in the divine. And you can always ask the divine to make itself present. And if you're in harmony, like we've been doing this evening, it will make itself known. And that knowing divides all the barriers that keep us isolated or separated, and it unifies them, and it allows that person that we are to live in the image of what they always knew was possible, but that maybe we had forgotten as we were born into this world. Allow yourself to be more aware. And while you're still staying relaxed, take your palms and start circling them together. Create a little friction, a little bit of heat. And then take your hands and put them over your eyes so that the palm literally is over your eyes. And then take your fingers and start at your forehead and just begin tapping very gently start at the top of your head and work your way down to your chin or your throat. And as you're tapping, you're staying in this place of love, of coherence. And by hitting these points, you're waking up all kinds of dormant potentials. There is no such thing as junk DNA. All it is just DNA that is waiting for you to consciously empower it. And with this tapping, you are affirming within you that you care about being healthy and that you want to be a steward of this world, of this planet, in a way that is harmonious with the greater celestial forces and in harmony with this living soil that we all are. And whenever you're done tapping, just allow yourself to open your eyes. And as they're open, let you see the world with new eyes. New eyes that have become empowered by all the work we just did individually and together. If you feel like you want to stay in a deeper space, then yeah, just leave this meeting and then keep going with it. But if you feel like you're ready to be present with us, or if you have questions or anything, let yourself do that. Ask questions, be present with yourself, all the feelings that make up yourself, and know that you are part of a community that is literally pressing onwards to create that 100th monkey effect where enough of us become super consciousness with consciousness itself. Well, I'm sure you know now. So yeah, if anybody has anything they want to share, feel free to put up your hand and we'll allow whatever answers are most helpful to be available.
How's everybody feeling out there? So every week I look forward to this. Thank you very much. Thank you for doing this. So I think it's just so important to take that time off, our daily lives, just for 45 minutes, to just soak in just nice relaxation feelings and calming feelings. And I mean, I'm in front of computers and technology and everything all day, doing the whole IT stuff.
Yeah.
But it's a good break. So yeah, I also look forward to us making these audios available to everybody. The easiest way, in case anybody does not know, we do keep these on YouTube. You can go over to the Cosmic Gaia community channel on YouTube and go to the live tab and play these. Now, you're going to get the full Zoom experience, of course, but we'll be working on splicing those and getting the audio segregated or separate so that everybody can play those. If you do have the YouTube Premium, I know that there's an option to download those. So if you go out somewhere and you have a nice grassy plain that you can sit on, you could just play those there. But until we get something in place, I guess that's the next best thing.
Let me mention something. The your background is so amazing that it reminds me kind of like what we're all focused on, right? Like it's organic intelligence. Look at that, all that energy. It's exactly what we're doing.
And that's the, I guess you could say, the pineal gland right here, if I put my head in front of it, right?
Yeah.
Boom.
And it's funny, you being an IT guy, you're working with, technology and frequencies that you could say they're AI, right? But the intelligence, the organic intelligence that's in us is so much more, so much bigger than all the AI that exists. So you get to play between two worlds.
I have one of these mats that I always ground myself off my desk with.
Yeah.
If you don't have one of these, you could actually put this on the floor too. That'll keep you grounded. And there are so many, do a little research on grounding effects of that, but there's so many studies on that also, so that I was actually thinking during this session also, it's also that the repetitiveness of listening to these on a daily basis is very important, but also to detox and cleanse your body, in my opinion, to stop using those deodorants with the aluminum in there and the drinking water that out of the faucet that have all these chemicals in there. I distill everything, among going into other things, so many other benefits.
Amy, yeah, it's funny. I can see she's raising her hand instead of putting it up. I guess not everybody knows how. How do you do that normally? But I want, how do you raise your hand in Zoom?
Oh, it's okay. There's a reaction button down below at the bottom. It says raise hand. It'll
don't you don't need to do it now.
No big deal.
I need to know where to do it.
We see you in the video though. It's great to have video with everyone. So
hey,
can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to share, the energies have just been so intense. I know everyone's feeling intensity blasts over the last couple of days. And it's funny, right before this call, 5 minutes before the Zoom call, I felt pulled into some more drama that I've been really trying to separate from and really trying to just maintain my own frequency and just be able to, stay strong through all of this. And this was such a wonderful reminder that it is so accessible. It is right within us. And all we have to do is slow down and breathe and turn inward, and we can really get those cords to release from us, because sometimes it's just so frenetic and it's so distracting and it's so pulling on us. And I don't know if as an empath, it just really can pull, it's very intense. So I just wanted to thank you for that reminder that it is right there. And it felt blissful, and I feel full of peace. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. Beautiful, beautiful share. Thank you, Amy.
Thank you.
Nice to see you on here. So it's so true. Even it was interesting because usually, when we do these meditations, they kind of have like, it comes out naturally. I don't ever plan any of this, but I was noticing tonight, even the meditation was like going back and forth, because I think there's so much intensity in the world right now that we're all trying to get, in touch with what's happening so we don't get pulled off to these extremes. And I noticed it in the meditation tonight. So thank you.
AL, I noticed you had your hand up. Would you like to chime in? All right.
Yeah, I'll say this before we go. What Amy said, she basically summed up the entire thing that we just did. But if you can make that energy and the focus of it internally and externally, you'll see it literally work its magic in the world. And you'll find out that it is the greatest teacher. Yeah, it might show itself in us sometimes, or what, like, you can see the divine in everything and everybody. But when you get really good at it, these waves become like you're surfing them pretty much. You're just like in this place of total harmony with everything.
I love
So,
hearing those stories. And you know what? Just even a couple of weeks ago, I think just starting a couple of weeks ago on these Tuesday night sessions, even when I forgot which session it was, but just being able to feel your pulse, through your fingers and through your body and all the way down to your feet. I've been getting a little bit deeper and deeper, as we progress through these.
that's beautiful. Yeah, it's so
Everybody
important.
else has to.
Yeah. I mean, if somebody can feel their pulse anywhere in their body, that's fantastic, because when you feel your pulse, which is essentially you, it's the person you are, becoming conscious of the energy that is allowing you to exist. I mean, why would, for me, why would I go out and try to find new information when this literal wellspring of energy is in all of us? Yeah, again, life is the best teacher. And for those who can't feel their pulse, don't even worry about it. It's actually the ability to really clearly feel your pulse anywhere in your body. All it is just practice. And the better you get out of it, the more you can anchor in, meaning allow yourself to be aware of all these greater forces, both in us and around us. And yeah, you're not interested in projecting duality out. So, all right. Anybody else? So yeah, I guess if people enjoyed this and you like it and you love it, please like or love, comment below, and we'll go back and answer any questions that might come to mind later. And yeah, if anybody wants to just tag people or invite them cordially, like I said, the whole or a greater purpose of this is just to like feel what it's like to reach that 100th monkey effect, thereby all of us just together, the whole frequency of the planet will literally embody that. Yeah, Amy, go ahead.
I wanted to thank this opportunity for conscious community. Like, this is so precious. And I feel so grateful to be a part of everyone, with everyone, just tapping in and holding frequency. This is such important work right now. So I want to thank everyone for being present with each other and together. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Anything
Oh,
else,
that.
Greg?
Ditto
Yeah,
that.
no,
Yeah. yeah, the more and more people that we get on these coherence meditations, the better. And we're at the ground level. I was thinking about that, Seth, and I know that every week we try to touch on a specific topic. We've had a couple sessions, we've strung together a couple of the same topics, different parts of the body and everything, with the respiratory system and whatnot. But going into each meditation also with the intent and along those topics, I think helps tremendously as well. At least that's what I've been doing, obviously. But I guess there's so many more topics to touch on.
It's infinite, right?
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, and that's the point. So, all right,
fantastic.
everybody, thank you.
Yep.
And we hope to
Thank
see
you
next
everybody
week.
for attending. In closing, our YouTube channel is Cosmic Gaia Community. So the @ Cosmic Gaia Community on there. Every Tuesday at 6 p.m. we hold these. And if you'd like to join us out there in social land, feel free to go to freedomsnap.org/Seth. That has all the links there. You can also add it to your calendar so you get notifications. I think that's about it. So thank you so much, everyone, for attending. And we look forward to seeing you next week.
Yeah. Thank you. And thank you, Greg, for helping to do this.
My pleasure.
Right.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.